Okay.
Hi, thank you. I will never forget the first day of process drama. Actually, back up a little. I will never forget the planning of process drama. We first went to a meeting where we met with all the other process drama leaders and got a packet full of ideas, games, and storylines. Then we brainstormed, bounced, narrowed, and combined ideas to form one amazing storyline. Then we had to figure out all the other details, costumes, characters, stretching the storyline week by week by week, planets, games, and so forth. One main idea was how to keep them under control, and we finally settled on a contract. I was in charge of designing it, writing it, and printing it out on fancy paper. Now back to the beginning. When we got down into the elementary school, the kids were milling around and the process drama leaders were anxiously standing there waiting for something to happen. All the younger kids were running around as fast as their little legs would take them and yelling as loud as their little voices would take them. Eventually, after some work, we all got into our respective groups and sat down. We had planned 4 or 5 weeks in advance, memorized everything we needed to do. However, nothing was coming to my mind. Zip. Zero. Nada. I knew there was something I was forgetting. Something pretty important. I pulled out my astronaut helmet and sword and hoped that those things were the things I were forgetting. Ellie thought quick and started off with the question, what does process drama mean to you? We went into the warm-ups and explained the actual story about an evil wizard. The first day went off smoothly. The second week, we noticed kids getting fidgety, but did nothing about it because we had not set boundaries. And that's what I had forgotten the first day. It progressed and got a lot worse throughout the day. Kids were playing with the rug even more. Not being able to stand it, Ellie, Deuce, and I each gave a different instruction, confusing us and the kids. The issue persisted and got a lot worse, and us not knowing what to do about it did absolutely nothing. It got so bad we had to ask other groups for advice on what to do. Eventually, we just had to stop at the beginning and have a major talk with them about what process drama really was, and set clear rules. We had our ups and downs after that, but more ups than downs. How were we supposed to control them while letting them have creative freedom, though? I didn't want to see the elementary school destroyed, but that was what was going to happen if we didn't set boundaries. That was when I was a process drama guide. If you ask my co-guides, Ellie and Deuce, they will agree we did not have anyone under control. Next time I am put in a position of authority, I will definitely make sure I set clear rules and boundaries for what needs to happen and what just can't happen. However, that experience made me think. We were just telling them to do things, but they listened. Our words had no meaning, but they listened anyway. And a lot of authority is like that. Just empty words dissipating into thin air, telling me to do something. There is really nothing stopping me from running off to the jungle. Everybody tells me not to, but if I tried hard enough, I sure would be able to. Except that everyone says, don't run off to the jungle. And there's probably a good reason for that. But what's really curious is that our words bind us to doing so much, and other people's words bind us to doing so much. Our word at Acton binds us a lot. We sign contracts to make sure there's peace and intentionality in the studio, however that doesn't always happen. I myself have made 1 petition, been part of 3 committees, participated in 2 other petitions, a couple of uprisings, and a lot of mumble-grubbing about how much control is forced upon us. As a matter of fact, one of the petitions happened only this session. It was about this particular question. A couple other people and I did not like the question. One of them decided to make a petition. Looking back on it now, it seems pretty silly. The petition didn't even happen, and here I am talking to you. We don't even have that much authority forced upon us at school. The main authorities in my life come from my parents, my guides, and my heroes. Not much else. My parents, they tell me what to do. Usually there's a pretty good reason for it. Sometimes they're not, and we fight. I listen to them most of the time. Emphasis on most. A lot of authority in our life comes from our parents. My guides, they design the quests and give us the journal prompts and could provide the guardrails for us. They give us the tools and processes we need to use in our life on our hero's journey. My heroes, well, they help me on my hero's journey. They embody the qualities I want to be. They show me the path to go on and what to do. My heroes are my highest authority, even above my parents, because they have everything I want to be and I can model after them to be the amazing person I want to be in life. I think exploring the question about authority in my life this year will help me understand what I want to become, because in my travels, there will always be authority and I need to learn how to deal with it. So I thank you for listening to me about my travels through authority. I hope you learned something from me and my authority. Because authority is there for all of us. It's a matter of learning, finding it, and learning how to use it for your own good. I wish you all the best of luck in your Tucum uprisings and petitions. Thank you.